This is Greg Carson, former player of the Nighthawks and alumni from 1993 to 1997. Also proud member of the first Cyclone Taylor Championship team in Beaver Valley. You're listening to Hawk Talk with hosts and alumni Ross Simner, Jake Morissette, and Connor Jones. Enjoy the show, folks.
Welcome back. We're Hawk Talk, episode 6. Right now, hey, we're moving up the charts in the old podcast world. We're hearing the Spittin' Chicklets guys getting a bit nervous that the Hawk Talk episodes are starting to creep up and people are starting to get, lots of followers out there for our alumni. Jakey, how you doing over there across the pond?
Yeah, doing good, Sammy. Looking forward to the chat today. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, pretty good. Connor, how you doing over there?
What's up, fellas? I'm doing good. Real excited to talk to these guys today. And, let's get into it.
We are pretty pumped today. We have two alum that Connor's been able to track down and Jake's been able to track down. And a lot of times when we're talking we had our AGM meeting the other night, and both these names came up quite a bit during it. So really happy to have Eric Volpatti. So we got Vulchy from the 85 to 88, but he was kind of a Jake Morissette full cager for a few years, maybe before that. And we got Dave Colquhoun, Haystack, 86 to 89. Both guys joining us on the show today and going to talk a little bit about their time and what they're up to now. Vulchy, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you. Nice to see all you guys.
So where are you at right now?
Actually, we just, we're in Fruitvale. Just moved here in November.
Just moved there in November. Snowy in the background, right?
Yeah, we're in a snow belt here. I don't have much sun. I got a lot of trees, so not much sun.
There you go. And Dave, how you doing, Haystack?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
We're pretty good over here. We've been excited to have you two on. Talk about some of the glory times in the 80s. Vulch, we'll start with you.
Okay.
We're talking just a little bit before here about your time with the Hawks. You said you started getting called up a little bit when you were, 15 years old?
Yeah, no, I played all my minor hockey in Fruitvale. Well, actually, I played my first few years in Trail before the Fruitvale rink was even built. And then played all my junior hockey or minor hockey in Fruitvale. And 82, 83, we won the BC Midget Double A's under Hank Denmarsh.
That's your midget team, for Fruitvale then? Who's on that team?
For Beaver Valley, yeah.
Who was on that team? Were there guys from there right to the Nighthawks, or how did that go?
Yeah, we had, Mike Marshall, Wayne Minkus, Greg and Graham Click, Clay Barber, Sean Ralston. God, there's a whole round. I'm going to miss a whole bunch. So I
Must have had good goaltending. Who was your goalie?
It might have been me. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, a little plug in there for the backs offers. We've had a few on, Rocky's been on, and we talked to Mike Morissette quite a bit too. So it seems like there's quite a history of Beaver Valley goalies, eh?
You get to be
we're
pretty good
breed. We're a good breed.
When you face 30 shots a period, Vulch, you get to be pretty good.
Like I said back in the day, I saw more rubber than, I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to. I saw more rubber than a whorehouse on payday.
So Haystack, you came on, so you played with him obviously after his first year. You came in about 86, right? Talk to us a little bit about your journey to be
it was kind of funny. I got called up as a 14-year-old 6 times, first year bantam, and then second year bantam, and then I played as a 15-year-old the following year. So it was just kind of commonplace for guys to kind of go from bantam and 1 year midget or no midget, because they didn't recruit outside people. So it was just basically the Beaver Valley kids that played for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, we hardly imported any players. It was just mostly all Beaver Valley talent and good talent.
Oh, that's pretty good. And at that time, what was sort of the league set up at the time? Who are your rivals? Who are you battling?
Well, it was fantastic. There was no junior A. So we played against Castlegar, Trail, Spokane, Grand Forks, Nelson, and they are all stacked.
Rossland
had Dallas Drake. Castlegar had Darcy Martini, Travis Green, Dane Jackson. Trail was stacked. And then we also played the East Kootenay. So they had Kimberly and Cranbrook. Cranbrook had Foote and John Clem. I remember playing minor hockey, and and junior B against those guys. So there was no real easy games or any nights off.
Were these like sort of Haystack? Were these like divisions?
Yeah, there was
all-
the East Kootenay and West Kootenay, but basically we played minor hockey against the same teams we played junior B against. So
That's
it was
incredible.
so like you didn't have to go far to watch Beaver Valley and Trail play a pretty decent peewee or bantam and then junior B hockey game.
I'm guessing the parents just got to know to hate each other just as much, right? Like,
Yeah.
facing off against the same
Yeah.
kids, the same parents every game. I'm
Yeah.
looking over, going, okay, here we go.
But not much different. Like I said, as I got older and I was teaching in the area, and I went to watch Beaver Valley play Trail in the Pee-wee championships, Connor and Kellen basically versus Cunningham. Who was it? Cunningham, Haley,
St. Dennis, and Paul.
St. Dennis.
Luke McLean was a stud.
Yeah.
So was it like basically another level of minor hockey then? Like the Nighthawks were just basically like, hey, after midget, you're going to play juniors. And was that like in Trail and Roslyn?
Pretty,
too?
yeah.
In the whole area?
Pretty much, yeah.
It was.
No
There
import
weren't.
call then.
No, there.
No,
Not that I knew of. No.
Really?
we had a couple players that would come in, and a couple other goalies would come in from out of town and stuff like that. But yeah, the majority of the team was all local guys.
Well, that must have been so fun. I mean, I know just playing junior hockey, minor hockey with my best buddies, like that was such a great time in my life. But then going to play junior hockey as you're getting older and, all these things are going on in your life, it must have been so fun, no?
It was fun. But there were 21-year-olds, Connor, in the league.
Yeah, I was an overage player in when I was 21, I was overage.
So you got 15 and 16-year-olds playing against 21-year-olds.
Well, you were 14 one year. I mean, I can't imagine getting out there. I just remember being out there and like, it's funny to say you're going in the showers and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
yeah. Well, I didn't go in the showers.
Davey never had showers in the early years.
No.
I just remember getting beat up by some 20-year-olds.
Exactly.
Yeah. I didn't sweat much. I think I touched the puck once in my first 3 games. Well, I was a body they filled with the lineup, but it was pretty intimidating. Some of those guys were. I remember a guy by the name of I don't know. You remember his first name, Vulch?
Oh yeah, he played for Castlegar. He was phenomenal.
He left the Dub and came back to Castlegar. Worked at the mill.
And you're playing against men. Like I could.
Oh yeah.
I know that was one of the hardest. Like I'm sure Jake, you agree. Like when you were 15, 16, you're playing against 20-year-olds who were men, and I was a boy. Like I couldn't put it any more than that. So.
You're still going for recess and playing Foursquare at
No
lunch.
joke.
These guys are bringing their kids in the station wagon, and you're out there trying to finish grade 10 brick.
Exactly. One guy's a bouncer at the strip club, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I'm getting tossed.
What is the strip club?
What a wake up. What is a strip club? No shit. But going back to that league, like, well, I was looking, Cranbrook must have won 5 or 6 championships in a row, so they must have been unreal. Like
Cranbrook was really good in the day, yeah.
And then did they move right to junior A?
Yeah, like I said,
Cranbrook Colts. They're called the Colts.
Yeah, the years that I played minor hockey and then junior against those guys, they had a guy named John Clem who played with the Avalanche and Foot and several other players. But each year they would have the Niedermeyers came up later. There was a couple of group of kids named like they always had a great hockey program over there. But the little Fruitvale boys gave them a run every game, I think.
We tried really hard, for sure. That's one thing about us guys. We always tried 110%.
That is true.
Who's your coaches and what was the staff? What was the admin staff look like back then?
Back then, my first coach was Roy Kasler.
Me too.
He was one of the greatest. He was one of the reasons we have Nighthawks have a change room now. He initiated the building of the change room. He was a big part of that. I remember we used to every fall when the ice went in, we would go. Roy, he was an artist. He was an amazing artist. We'd go paint the Nighthawk in center ice. That was our job.
The team got to do it.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, that's that's just amazing. Like team building, everything, right? Like
Oh,
you
it was
talk
so
about doing
cool.
something talk about doing something together as a team that's gonna be, you're skating over every single day in practice, and then home games, you're sitting there going, we did that together.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was such a neat thing.
Before Roy, we had to change it. We had to get dressed at home and then just come to the rink. Come to the rink with put our skates on.
No, I wore my skates. I had my skate guards.
No way.
No, I'm kidding. Come on.
Have you seen the room now? It's quite a good shape now.
Yeah,
What was
it's
the room
really
like
nice
back
now.
then when they pulled it together?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot different from
Yeah.
when they first built it, though.
Yeah, I can
It's
imagine.
changed a lot, but it looks great.
So where was it like same spot, but you guys like opposite? So the building was the same.
Yeah,
The change room was like you didn't have your own change room; it had regular.
yeah. The regular. We were always in number 9, change room number 9 down there.
What was the environment like there? Like, was it I mean, when I played, I just absolutely loved it. I think, but I'm guessing back there would just be just as haywire, just as crazy, right? Like people coming out, that's their night out, and let's go Hawks.
Yeah. Back in the day, like we played such a game against great teams. Our record was not all that good, but we still got the fans coming out and everything, and they're phenomenal. Not like it is now, like it's crazy now because it's such great hockey. But not to take away from our hockey, which was great as well. But the fan support now is much better. It's much organized. I got to give credits to Shirley and Daryl though. They're the guys that got the Nighthawks going in the beginning.
Fan support was really good. What was it like on the road? Or do you have any good trips from getting on the road with the fellas?
I remember one time going up the Selmo Creston. We had to get out, put our skates on, and push the bus up because it wouldn't make it up the hill. That's when Leroy Hustis was our coach. I got called up to play.
I remember a game in Spokane. Spokane had a good team, and they used to just pack that old Eagles rink. You remember that rink, boys?
Oh, what a dump.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I don't know if you remember, but we used to get changed up in the rafters, and we'd walk down those stairs to come down right beside the fans. So they're all over us, but we managed to tie the game up just before, just in regulation. We go into overtime, and we end up beating them. And Vulchy had 80 saves. 80 saves. And they were so
Let's get
pissed
that one
off.
up on Elite Prospects or something for Vulchy.
Oh, yeah, that's a true story. So we're walking up the stairs to go back to the change room, and people are throwing stuff at us and punching us. Corey Neal punched some guy right in the lips.
That's
I was
right.
standing right behind him. We just keep going. Anyways, the Spokane fans were they were really just excited to go watch hockey. I don't really know if they understood the game all that much, but it was a typical junior B game, rough and lots of fights, and we could fight 3 times back then, Vulchy.
That's right.
Yeah, so there was lots of fights, lots of action, and Vulchy wore some. I think he fell asleep on the bus ride
On the way home.
2 minutes into.
Anyways, boys, I'm gonna jump into a little bit of a little rapid fire here. We'll start here. We'll go. Haystack, we'll start with you. What was your favorite barn to play at? Whether it was for the environment or just somewhere you always played well at.
Favorite rink?
Yeah.
I loved playing on the trail rink because they still had that giant ice surface. So
Nice.
I could avoid getting smashed in the corners probably a little better than Grand Forks or Fruitvale.
Eric, where did you get peppered with the least amount of shots? What was your favorite rink?
With the least amount of shots?
No,
Holy
like, what was your favorite
Davey,
rink
where
to
did I
play
get
at?
the least amount of shots?
What rink did you like playing in Vulch?
Honestly, Davey might not agree. I like Grand Forks because the fans were such jerks. They'd be leaning over the glass, spitting on us and everything.
Yeah,
But
we
you
talked about the
stoned them,
juvenile
we'd win.
penitentiary Friday nights out for the juvies.
What's that?
Friday nights out for the juvenile kids there.
That's right.
That's their big party night.
Yeah. And we'd go in there and we'd kick their ass, and it was great. And I think their fans were just total jerks, which made it even that much better winning. So I like Grand Forks.
Yeah, you're the only
guessing
one that
that-
would like Grand Forks Vulch because you were in the net and the fans were hanging over the bench and the glass for the rest of us.
Wow, this is true.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the 3-fight rule went pretty deep in that rink.
Yeah, it did for sure.
Haystack, any players, Haystack, or anyone that you remember that had like, the weird superstitions or rituals before the game? Any of your team have it?
Not for us. I mean, Vulch was probably the weirdest. He had he had the trainer would bring him a coffee in between periods or a hot dog or a Coke or whatever he asked for. And if anybody else asked for anything, he'd basically tell us to pound sand. So it's like I gotta look after Vulch. He likes 2 cream and 2 sugar in his coffee.
That's right. Good memory.
So, Vulch, I guess I don't even have to ask you on that question. Because I'm guessing you were the guy that had the superstitions.
I was the guy. Yeah. Yeah. I had to do
That's
everything.
awesome.
Everything was in order. And yeah.
Do you guys
my
remember?
Jolt
Did you ever
Cola.
keep any
My
team
Jolt
warm-up
Cola was the
songs?
first thing.
Oh, Joel! I don't even think they make that anymore.
I think it's illegal.
Any team? Do you guys remember what was the music vibe back then in the change room? Like on your, I'd say you guys probably didn't even have I was gonna say a 6-disc changer, but you probably still had the tape player then, right?
We had the cassette ghetto blaster.
Yeah, but it took 12
D-cell batteries.
D-cell batteries, so it never worked.
That's where all the money went.
Yeah, like that is not in the team budget to buy 12 of those bad boys,
No.
right? That's amazing. Well, who was that? So let me ask you, do you guys remember who was on your team would be known as like the kind of the team glue guy, the people that, either a captain or someone that kind of stuck people together, got people up when things were kind of down.
For me, it would have probably been Vulch or a guy named Mike Marshall.
Yeah.
And Mike Marshall may have been the toughest person I've ever met.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Davey
That's
there.
amazing.
Would
no one
Mike be
messed with-
fighting
no
every
one-
day? Like, was he?
Oh,
that tough?
he was the best player.
Yeah.
He would fight every game. He was maybe like a Keith Kachuk, Vulch.
Yeah, you probably hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
awesome.
tough.
And he was talented. He had the hands, he had the shot, and the fists to back him up.
It sounds like the league back then, you kind of needed a mix of that, right? Like you couldn't just get away. I mean, obviously the games were different, but it sounds like there's a ton of skill and guys had to kind of learn a little bit more to back up, almost like a Youngblood, Dean Youngblood, right? Like you can't
Exactly.
just get out there and learn
Yeah.
the sport because there's a bunch of Rackies on the other team and there's 3 fights a game. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
protect yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
If you could staple down one kind of lasting memory from whether it was a big game or a certain time in the season when things were happening or maybe a finals that went the right way or didn't, or a playoff series that went the right way or didn't even. Can we touch base on that a little bit?
Yeah,
Eric?
I remember one of my fondest memories, and this might make me tear up a little bit, but December 6th, 1986, my dad passed away of a heart attack in the middle of the night, and it was a Saturday. We were supposed to play against Cranbrook that night, and everybody said, "You're not going to play. You're not going to play." I said, "Fucking rights, I'm going to play." My mom or my dad would want me to play because my dad was a huge fan. He was a trainer throughout my years of playing minor hockey and stuff like that. I got to the arena a bit late, and I walked in the dressing room, and everybody had their white jerseys on, lined up with a black band around their arms, and that just meant the world to me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened at the end of that game, Vulch?
I remember we just lost by 1 goal by Cranbrook, but what happened at the end of the game?
Well, that was it. We
Yeah.
gave up a unlucky goal, ricocheted off 2 skates or whatnot. But
Yeah.
I mean, we gave probably the best team in the league the best game they've had all year.
Exactly. Yeah. My guys stood up for me that game, and they gave 180%. I was proud of them.
That's,
Still proud of them.
yeah, it's fantastic. What a team, right?
Yeah. It was amazing.
That's awesome. Hey, Zach, I'm guessing that's one of your lasting memories as well. But
Yeah,
anything else to
absolutely.
add? You probably, I mean, like you're saying, you remember it like it was yesterday. It was probably fairly special for everyone. I'm guessing everyone from that team, if you even mentioned it, would bring it up right away and probably know exactly where they were and how the game went. Any other games that you have in mind, kind of that pop up for you?
Yeah, I can just add another note on that. Sorry, Davey.
Go ahead,
Back then, I don't know if it happened now, but back then I got a sympathy card from every team in the KIJHL. That was pretty special.
Yeah, Vulch was well respected. My game is a game against Trail because we went to high school with the Trail kids. I played ball with the Trail kids in the summer, and then I played against them in the winter, and then we beat them in Beaver Valley, and they were the best team in the league. And we beat them in Beaver Valley. What was it? We were talking last night, Vulch, January 6th?
January 2nd.
2nd, yeah. It was a big because
and it actually I don't know if Davey won it. It was one of our first wins of that year because we were a struggling team. And it made front page of the Trail Times, Beaver Valley inaugural win.
Yeah, that's it.
Against Trail, wow.
Yeah, that was huge.
Because we used to get a good crowd in Beaver Valley, but then, like I said, when we're playing Trail, it's only a 10-kilometer drive. So I think they had the fire marshal at that game. It was packed.
It was packed, yeah.
The Haystack, I want to hear, like, what was that like? Like, you guys must have got into it a little bit with playing against those Trail guys so often. I know, like, when I was in high school, it's like, oh my God, I just slashed Chris Davis over the ankle. I got to go see him in class. It's like, I'm going to get jumped in school, Like, what was that like?
It was weird, because back then we went to what they call junior secondary school, 7, 8, 9. And then we went to the Crow or the high school and Trail 10, 11, 12. So during Pee Wee and Bantam, we didn't have to go to school with these guys. Mm-hmm. But as soon as we hit junior, we were all going to school.
Same classes and everything.
Yeah. It was, I don't know if it was intense, but it wasn't like we were all buddies.
No, not for the hockey season anyways.
So what's after Nighthawks, fellas? What'd you get into? What you doing now? How are things? Right, Dave, I know you were the Little League World Series, right? With the historical run from the Trail Jays, right?
Yeah. I coached the 95 World Series team. I was playing college baseball at the time, and they gave me a summer job in Trail to coach the American Legion. So after my last year at Nighthawks, when I graduated, I had a baseball scholarship that I didn't put on skates for about 6 years. So I went down south. I played 2 years in the States, and then I transferred to UBC and played at a place called the National Baseball Institute.
Yeah, we have a mutual friend out here in Toronto, Kevin Breon.
Breon's your friend, buddy?
I play hockey with him. I play hockey with him out here. So
he's my ex-teammate.
You're our 6 degrees of separation of Haystack. So
him and I were tight.
Yeah, I told
him to the pod.
Loves the league. So then you came back and did the World Series. That must be pretty special to do a Trail.
Oh, it was awesome. They had I think we broke the all-time attendance record by like 20,000. So they brought our little ballpark in Trail, Butler Park. They brought in scaffolding and seats, and they sat about 7,500 people per game, and they had 7,500 people at every game.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You remember? Yeah, you remember that too, Eric? Yeah.
Yeah, I worked for the city, so I had to help set up the scaffolding.
Help set up the scaffolding, maybe a free ticket, right?
Well, let's just say I didn't pay to get in.
Yeah, you know the coach.
That's
Eric,
right.
After Nighthawks, how's it going after that? What was the career? Where did it bring you? Where did you go? You're back in Beaver Valley now.
I always lived here. I played commercial league up until COVID happened. And then now I just play for the Trail Old Timers and the Beaver Valley Ice Bison in gentlemen's hockey.
How are the knees doing?
Knees are good. Shoulders suck.
Yeah, no Joe Cola, right? So I mean, you got
no Joe. I don't know. I got to do. It's normally a Bud Light on the way to the rink.
Well, fellas, it's been awesome having you guys. Like it's really nice to see. Hopefully, it's been fun. People are going to enjoy these stories. I'm sure a lot of names are brought up, or people go, okay, yeah, maybe we'll get some of those guys on. And hopefully everyone gets together in August, right?
I'm looking forward to it.
quick question. Do you guys do a little trivia or anything like that on your podcast?
Well, we're gonna have to start it up now.
So the question is, who named the Beaver Valley Nighthawks?
Oh, I know that one.
Do you know?
Yeah. I remember when they had the tables in the mall, the Juanita
Yeah.
Plaza, and you had to write down your name, the names for the teams.
Yeah,
I know who named it.
you know who named. So my buddy named him. They gave him a season ticket.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it, Vulch?
Was it Robbie Taylor or Tommy
Yeah.
Taylor?
Robbie Taylor. Yeah.
Robbie.
Yeah, I think we were like 12, and
Yeah.
we were writing names down when they were thinking of starting this team in Fruitvale.
This has been great. It's any more little info tidbits like that, send them our way because I think at some point we should come together. This will trivia con.
Well, all right, fellas. This has been great. We appreciate you coming on, and just love you guys and great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you guys. Take care.
That's
Yeah,
thanks,
fellas.
guys.
Have a good
A lot of fun.
Sunday, eh?
Go,
Go Nighthawks.
Hawks.
You get to go
See you,
Hawks.
boys.
See you, boys.
Okay, boys.
Hi, listeners. This is former Nighthawks player and captain Morgan Peace from the 2017 to 2020 seasons. I hope you're enjoying the show. Make sure to follow us on social media at BV Nighthawks Alums and to visit our website at bvnighthawksalum.ca.